If you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you want to get your hands on some XP. Maybe you just started the Minecraft world, you finally got your hand on some mending enchantments, and you want to repair your tools. Maybe you just want to have a ridiculous quantity of levels like I do. And as I say this, I do realize that 64 levels is not that much, but maybe you want even like 1,000 levels. Who knows? I've got 5 methods for you that will help you get all the XP you need, probably for the duration of your Minecraft world. Now these methods range from easiest to difficult, so we'll start with the first method being the most easy method in my opinion, and then we'll move slowly, harder and harder, until we get to the best but also the most difficult method to get XP. But I'm confident that you guys will find a use for at least one of these in your Minecraft world. Next up on our list, I guess first up on our list, is a zombie XP grinder. You can also use a skeleton spawner as well. I'm sure you guys have seen these before. It's really rather simple. First, we allow the mobs to spawn via the spawner, which we AFK close enough for it to be activated, as indicated by those particles, which now disappeared because I'm in spectator mode. Then, we send the zombies or skeletons up a water elevator, where then they're funneled to a drop of about 20 blocks, which will essentially take their health down to a half heart, meaning you can punch them and get your XP even without a sword. But due to Sweeping Edge, which is now a very old enchantment, we're able to just swipe away all these mobs and collect that good XP. Now these farms aren't the fastest, but they're definitely the easiest to build. All you need to do is find a spawner and you can build one of these up with an iron pickaxe, as it really doesn't require any materials besides digging a hole and placing some water. Alright, but I'm sure you guys want to see bigger and better methods, so let's move on to the next method, villager trading. Now I know you're thinking villager trading and XP, but it's actually a very, very good method. In fact, I believe these 64 levels I came from about 20 minutes of villager trading. As you can see, I have a pumpkin and melon farm set up in this world, and when I'm trading, you can see that the pickaxe in my offhand is repairing quite quickly, given the fact that, this isn't really automatic, we gotta go through and trade, but this is definitely a viable method for XP early game. You need to set up a villager trading hall in your world. That's kind of a necessity, in my opinion. And this also can serve as a source of your XP until you can set up one of the farms I'll showcase later on in the video. And with all the emeralds you get, if you're not spending them on books, you can actually take them over, and this leads us to our third method, and that's actually trade of a cleric. So we have a new cleric right here. So if we level this guy up continuously, there we go, and we level him up another time, and once again, level him up, of course. And, of course, level him up another time. We'll actually find that he sells bottles of enchanting, and we can get 12 of them per cleric per trade. And yeah, we can actually also use this for XP, which is actually instantaneous. So that's the second and third methods. You can villager trade to get yourself some emeralds, getting XP in the process, and you can use those emeralds to buy yourself some bottles of enchanting from a fully upgraded cleric. Alright, so we've seen the grinder, we've seen the villager trading methods. Now let's move on to the actual 2 automatic sources of XP that are very, very fast that I want to show you guys in this video. Now I've turned my sound off because this farm is very, very, very loud between the Endermen and also the clicking sounds of our automatic droppers, which are absolutely overflowing. But this is my own Enderman XP farm. I actually have a tutorial that I made on the channel a few months back that I'll link down below. But yeah, this farm is ridiculously fast. Super easy to build. I'll show the farm in a second. But yeah, you have this farm, you funnel a ton of Endermen. Of course, you do need to make it to the end dimension, so you gotta kill the Ender Dragon first. But yeah, overall, I mean, just take a look at the amount of XP we're getting. And I have a very, very high level, so take that in mind. We're still inching up rather quickly. So this is a very fast method to repair tools. It takes about a minute to repair a tool, probably, maybe a little less. Depends on how much it's broken, but yeah, as we can see, we're getting so much XP we can't even take it all in. But if we fly up here, basically all it is a big platform. We use an Endermite to lure Endermen to it, and yeah, it's really that simple. The main thing to note is that this is in fact a max Enderman XP farm, so this is the fastest XP farm you can build with Enderman, so yeah, definitely a pretty good farm to build, and I'll link the tutorial down below. However, the way XP works is you can take a certain amount of orbs in per second, and some mobs drop orbs that are worth more XP, which means if we kill those mobs, we can actually create a faster XP farm. And that is the farm I'm about to show you, which is a zombie pigman XP farm that I constructed back in the Season 1 world, but there are still versions, modern versions that continue to work in this version just as well. So let's go take a look at that amazing farm. Now, I know you guys saw it earlier we're in this world, but as you can see, I have nearly 500 levels of experience, and this is from this farm. By far, this is one of my favorite builds I've ever constructed. And although this is not a modern version, the modern versions are just as good. I'll link a tutorial to a similar farm down below that'll work in the current version of Minecraft, since we are currently in 1.12. But if we grab some snowballs here, and we take a look, and where's my ladder? There it is. And we climb up here, and we just, aggro one of these pigmen. As you can see, they all start running, and it might get a little loud. Forewarning. As you can see, they fall into the minecarts, take entity cramming damage, and we just start getting ridiculous quantities of experience. I mean, as you can see, I'm at level 500, and look how fast it's inching up right now. That is absolutely ridiculous, and honestly, we have to do it. The sound is also truly amazing. Very, very satisfying. So yeah, this is definitely, in my opinion, the gold farms are probably one of the easier good XP farms you can build. Although this was a big project, I mean, mainly all it is some spawning platforms built into rings, which is pretty easy to do, especially when you're following the tutorial on how to do it. So yeah, not a lot of redstone required, although you can make these farms much more complicated and even a little bit faster. However, that is going to do it because today we were just looking at the simplest ways to get XP to help you guys out in your early game. As you can see, all the zombie pigmen are joining us for the outro. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like and sub down below. Although it doesn't really help you guys out, it does help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm, so I would greatly appreciate that. Farther note, I've linked tutorials to all the types of farms I've shown you down below. Some of them are my own, some of them are other people's. I'll make sure to give the credit for that down in the description. Specifically, this farm is Ilmango's design. That's the only explicit farm we have looked at today that was not my design. But other than that, guys, I hope you have an easygoing day, and I will catch you all later. Bye-bye.